Hi, I'm Kim Stevens, and I'm the literacy coach here at Pocomoke Elementary. And this opportunity is funded by our Snapdragon Foundation. Today, I'm going to be reading Clancy the Courageous Cow. Before I read stories, I like to look at the pictures. When I was looking at the pictures, I noticed this picture. And I'm going to start with thinking about what I see in the picture. I see there are cows, and I see that this cow over here is different looking than these cows. And I also see that there's a river, and that makes me think that maybe they're separated for some reason, or maybe these cows don't like him. I wonder if it's because he looks different, or maybe I wonder if these cows are bullying him for some reason. I'm not sure, but I do know that the title, Clancy the Courageous Cow, makes me think that somebody in this story named Clancy is brave. So I'm going to read to find out. And I'm going to think about Clancy's feelings when I read. Clancy was born on a stormy day, a day of great disappointment for his parents. You see, they belonged to a herd of belted Galloways, but Clancy had no belt. He was beltless. As Clancy grew up, all the other cows treated him like an outcast. Imagine being beltless. Clancy tried hard to give himself a belt. He rolled in the snow, but it soon melted off. He tied a bandage around his middle, but it gave him a tummy ache. I feel sick. He sprinkled sugar on his coat, but the ants drove him crazy. He even painted a white stripe around himself, but it washed off in the rain. Clancy was different, and nothing could be done about it. Nevertheless, his parents loved him dearly. Poor Clancy. I'm getting an idea here that I think Clancy must feel lonely, because I know that in the story he was trying really hard to make himself look like the other people in his herd. So I'm thinking he must feel left out or lonely. I'm going to keep reading to find out. The belted Galloways lived on poor grass, and they were all skinny. The field next to them was full of rich grass and fat Herefords. The Herefords held the grazing rights to their field since they'd won the cow wrestling contest, which was held once a year. 1, 2, 3, he's down. The belted Galloways were trapped in a vicious cycle. The Herefords grew big and strong on the rich grass, so they always won the contest. This gave them the grazing rights for yet another year. Some nights the belted Galloways tried to sneak into the Herefords' field to graze, but their white belts always glowed in the dark and gave them away. Get out of here, dumb Herefords. One night Clancy slipped into the Herefords' field to try his luck, and nobody chased him. Nobody chased him out. He was invisible in the dark. See anything? Nope, they've finally given up. Good job, Clancy. The next night, as Clancy grazed, he bumped into another cow. Who's that? Asked Clancy. I'm Helga, answered the cow. I'm a totally brown Hereford. Like Clancy, Helga had always been picked on because she was different. Clancy and Helga hit it off immediately, and they grazed together every night. I'm getting some ideas about Clancy now, that he's probably feeling a little bit different now that he's found somebody like him. Before, he was feeling a little left out and lonely, and now he's probably feeling a little bit more accepted because he's met someone who is similar to him. At first, only Clancy's mom and dad noticed how big he was getting. Then, one day, he bumped into the president of the Belted Galloways and sent her flying. She started to bawl him out, then stopped in amazement. Clancy was enormous. Surely a cow as big as this could win the cow wrestling contest. The very important Belted Galloways decided that being beltless was not such a bad thing, and that Clancy would represent the herd of cows. Clancy would represent the herd at the cow wrestling contest. Make us proud, Clancy! Several retired wrestlers trained Clancy and taught him their favorite holds and maneuvers. The Cud Cruncher, the Hind Quarter Drop, the Ruminator, the Helicopter, the Cow Whisperer, the Windmill. On the day of the match, Clancy pinned his opponent in record time and won the contest. We have a new champion! Now it was time for the Belted Galloways to enjoy the rich grass. They began to chase the Herefords out of the field. Suddenly a voice rang out. It was Clancy. Stop! Helga stood next to Clancy. This situation has gone on for too long, said Clancy. Black, white, or brown, we are all cows. I say we pull down the fence and be cows together. After a little while, the Belted Galloways and the Herefords began to get along very well. There was plenty of grass for everybody. Wow, I've really changed how I think Clancy's feeling at this point in the story. In the beginning, he was feeling lonely. In the middle, he started to feel a little bit better, but I bet now Clancy feels really proud of everything he's done. He was able to win the contest, and then he was able to join the two cow groups that were fighting for so long as one. They all work together now. Clango was born on a sunny day, a day of great joy for her parents. Today's story provided a perfect opportunity for you parents to talk about inferring characters' feelings with your child when you read a story.